Integrity, how do you measure up? I may be just a little bit jaded, or you could be rude and call me old-fashioned, but I am amazed at how easily some people sacrifice their personal integrity at the slightest provocation. Has it ever occurred to you that babies are not born with the character trait of integrity, but have to be taught what it is? Maybe I should explain what I mean. I was raised in a family where yes literally meant yes, and where I promise meant that nothing short of death could make you break that promise. And bad behavior wasn't excused just because no one was around to see what you were doing. When my granddaughter was visiting us at the lake several weeks ago, I enjoyed watching some evening television with her. At 8 years of age, the channels she's permitted to watch don't pose much of a challenge to her senior citizen Grammy, or so I thought. We watched a lot of the Disney Channel presentations. I thought that sounded harmless. After a few programs, however, I started to notice a worrisome theme. One pre-teenager promised a friend that she would never, never, never tell anyone about her friend's crush on a boy in their class. And then it took less than a day for everyone in class to learn all about the girl's infatuation. I'm not so old that I can't remember being that age, and I would have been devastated to have everyone else in class know my secret. But Disney seems to consider this behavior normal and enacted no consequences for the untrustworthy friend who broke her promise. Another storyline developed as a young man picked up a $50 bill that was lying on the floor in the lobby of a bank he was visiting with his father, and, seeming without thought, put it in his pocket as though it had been lying there waiting for him to find it and keep it. It apparently never occurred to him that the money wasn't his. Whether it was intended to be grocery money for a young single mom or had been saved for a trip to the casino this weekend, the bottom line is that it didn't belong to him. Apparently, it didn't occur to him to approach someone in authority at the bank, the branch manager or someone on the teller line, and give the money to that person so that it could be returned to the young mom when she came back looking for her lost money, or would be easily available when the new teller found he was $50 short at the end of the day and could possibly lose his job because of the lost $50. The two episodes reminded me of something I overheard recently. A young mom was reprimanding her 2-year-old and fell back on something that I believe should have no place in parenting. What I heard was 1, 2, 3. Now, I told you I was going to count to 3, and you'd better stop doing that before I got to 3. So, listen, mister, you're really going to be in trouble if you don't stop that this instant. The child obviously learned several things during that interchange. Number 1, his mother's word meant absolutely nothing because she didn't do what she said she was going to do. Number 2, he didn't have to listen to anything she said. And number 3, most important, there are no consequences in his life for bad behavior. And I can guarantee these lessons will be reinforced so that he doesn't have a snowball's chance of developing that critical character trait called integrity. Now that I've shared my thoughts with you, stop and think for a moment. How do you think you would measure up in some of these same situations? Until we are together again, this is Marlene Sparrow, and I'm hoping that God will bless you in some of these difficult situations in your life. And He will be faithful as you ask for His help in difficult times. If you'd like to know a little bit more about what Mike and I are doing these days, click on the URL in the description below, and goodbye for now.